Hi there. I just wanted to do y'all a quick update. I'm kind of tired. I'm on the very last row of the copper blanket. I'm going to show it to y'all because I want y'all to see it first before anybody else sees it. But I will be posting a picture both on, well, just on Summer's Tips and Stitches, her website, her Facebook page, because I always post the things I complete on there. Been puppy sitting this weekend. Believe it or not, and this is the sad thing, y'all. Okay, I'll get back to the blanket in a second, but I live in the country. I think I've told you that. The sad thing is that in the country, people dump puppies. They dump animals. They've been known to throw them in ponds with ropes tied around their neck attached to something. It's not pretty, and it usually doesn't end as well as this one does. The other night, I think it was like Friday night. No. Maybe, yeah, it was Friday night. Ooh, I'm losing my mind, y'all. Friday night, the other dogs were just barking terribly. I mean, we have 3 rather large dogs over there, and I have that little small one over here, Yorkshire Terrier over here. Well, the 2 hounds were just going nuts, and we couldn't figure out what they were barking at. There was something under one of the trucks, the vehicles over there, because my great niece is moving down here, and everybody had come down to help, and we have vehicles everywhere. Well, they were just going to town around this one. So the owner crawled up under there and pulled out a puppy, a beautiful little puppy. She's very cute, black with white. I'll try and take a picture of her one day and maybe get, if I can figure out how to edit, y'all, one of these days. But so we kept her. I knew we would. Although I told my sister, "You sure we can't give her away?" I was joking, I was. Because she knew I wasn't going to let that puppy go. Not once I got a good look at her, and she just loves on me. Because you know what? Unfortunately, I have this thing with animals. Well, it's not unfortunately, because I do love animals. But dogs and cats love me. I have no idea why. I have only met one dog in my entire life that has not come up to me and let me pet them. One. And I've been around a lot of dogs. And then, of course, I've been just working on this project. And so they went out of town today. My sister had to go to her doctor's in Houston. She's having issues with her back, and she's going to end up having back-to-back surgeries. So I'll be staying a lot more over at her house to help her. It's not going to be pretty, and she is going to be in quite a bit of pain. So y'all, if y'all could, would y'all mind praying for her? Because neither of us are very good with pain. But when you've been in pain for so long, and to add more on top of it, it's like pushing a mountain down on top of you. It literally is. It's almost like the last straw kind of thing. So, I've been suffering for a lot longer than she has. I've actually, because of my arthritis, had 10 years on her. So I've been suffering 10 more years than she has. So bless her heart, she was just not me. She's so skinny, and I'm not. Well, but I have enough padding that, I guess it helps with my pain, although I don't see how it does. But she's so thin that the surgeries they do to her back, they have to go in the front. Y'all, that is skinny. All right, now I'm going to show you the blanket. I'm just putting it off because I don't want anybody to click off the minute I show the blanket. But here we go. And then I'm going to tell you a funny story about when I first moved down here, okay? Maybe not so funny, but it is kind of funny now. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Y'all, that's the blanket. Can you see how beautiful that blanket is? Oh my God, it's so gorgeous. And I knew that copper color was going to be beautiful, and it did. It did not let me down. I'm not used to working with colors like this. I normally don't gravitate towards like wine color or copper color or reds or anything like that, but this one caught my eye, and I'm glad it did, because I am in love with this copper. But as soon as it's done, I pack it up and I send it. It's going to be a Christmas gift for my sister in Mississippi, so she won't know, because, you know, she don't watch me. Oh, okay. When I first moved to Texas, my sister and her husband went out of town for the holidays. Well, I didn't know they were going to go out of town, so I'm stuck over here by myself with 3 dogs at that time. So I have to go over to their house to feed the dogs, and at the time we were keeping them outside because they had been in a skunk. And trust me, if you've been around an animal that's been in a skunk, it is nearly impossible to get the smell out. You just have to let them stay outside for a while. It wasn't hot, it wasn't too cold. It was actually fairly nice, like 70 something degrees. It was actually pretty nice. So I'm just walking out to their pen, bebopping along, you know, just going to town. And I stepped on something. I'm like, what the hell was that? And I looked down. It's a little snake, a little baby snake. And I think it's kind of funny because it's a little bitty old thing. And I said, well, you know, I wonder what kind of snake that is. So I stopped. I took a picture of it and texted it to my brother-in-law. It was a copperhead, y'all. I had never seen one, so I didn't know what they looked like. Well, now I know. Actually, I know really well what they look like. But tell you the truth, that was not the first time I've ever been scared by a pest. When I was living in Mississippi, I lived in this 2-bedroom apartment, and I had the ugliest carpet in the world. It was an ugly brown shag looking thing. Okay, one night I'm sitting in bed, I'm crocheting, of course, you know, and look over to my left hand side, there's a spider. Thing was about this big. Scared the bejesus out of me. Now, to understand why I reacted this way, you gotta know I have a phobia. I have arachnophobia so bad, it doesn't matter what size that spider is, I flip out. I have been known to jump on furniture for a spider that's about that big. Yeah, I know. It's funny, but it's not. It really isn't, because it's like terrifying. So I had some bow spray. So I sprayed at it, and I also sprayed hairspray, because I heard that if you get hairspray on them, they suffocate. Not a very nice way to go, but look, I'm scared. So I look over there, and it falls off the wall onto the carpet. I'm like, oh my God, I'm never getting out of bed again. That thing is on the carpet. What if I go to step down and I step on it? You know, all this is going through my mind. At the time, I was a smoker. I was a heavy smoker too. And I had a lighter, and I was like, ooh, I bet I could make a nice little flamethrower. But I couldn't find the spider until it climbed back up the wall. Like I wasn't going to see it, right? So I'm sitting here flipping out again, trying to decide whether or not I am really willing to burn this house down to get rid of that spider. And it was a close one, y'all. It was very close. But I sprayed it again, and again, it falls off the wall onto the carpet. I can't find it. Can't find it anywhere. I looked, could not find it. So needless to say, when I left that house, I looked for even the husk of that animal. That animal wasn't there. That thing had to have escaped out my side door, my sliding glass door, which I never liked because it was never sealed right. So thought that was a pretty interesting story for some Monday night. All right, y'all, I'm going to get off of here because I want to finish this last row before bed. And good luck, y'all, and have a good night. And give me a comment down below. Let me know what y'all working on. If y'all are close to finishing anything, I'd love to know. I am going to start a second blanket in addition to the one I'm already working on with this copper one. I'm also working on that blue one, remember? So I think what I'm going to do is start the green. And then my sister came back from her doctor in Houston's. She brought 2 bags of yarn for me from my sister that lives in Houston. So this ought to be interesting, y'all. I'll see if I can't post a video of how much it is or something. I know I'll be posting on Bag of Days yarn hauls and also on Summer's Tips and Stitches, because I just can't believe how much yarn that is. I've got to go see it, but she said it's 2 garbage bags full. So I'm like really freaking because I'm running out of room, y'all. But I ain't turning it down. All right, I'll see y'all later. Take care. Bye-bye.